Carol decides to stop at one of the famous Stuckey pecan shops for gasoline, a snack, and especially to browse around inside where thousands of unusual gifts are on display.
Hey, I'm Stephanie Stuckey. I'm chair and co-owner of Stuckey's Corporation, and we make people happy one pecan log roll at a time.
Make a Stuckey stop, make a Stuckey stop. Take a 5-minute stretch or browse for a while.
I have such sweet memories of growing up as a Stuckey and visiting the old candy plant in Eastman, Georgia with my grandfather. People ask me all the time what happened to Stuckey's, right? So here's very high level 87-year history in a few seconds. My grandfather started the company in 1937, and he grew it from a roadside pecan stand to, at its peak, 368 stores in 40 states and on every major interstate highway. But he sold the company in 1964. It was out of family hands for decades, trashed by outside owners, almost went bankrupt. And 2.5 years ago, I bought the company. We are slowly reviving it.
She's not like hiring influencers or anything. Like, it's just her in the photo visiting places and whatnot. So I think that's cool. It kind of feels like you're on the same journey with her.
So I am on the road a lot. I'd say probably about 70% of my time.
My name is Marcos Thomas. I am the marketing manager for Stuckey's Corporation. On the road with Stephanie is always fun.
Rock, rock this party. Dance everybody, make it hot in this party. Don't stop.
The million-dollar question, I guess, would be, where does Stephanie get her energy from? Nobody knows. She's always on the go. She's texting, she's emailing, she's calling, she's traveling, she's doing speeches, she's engaged with our staff here in RINs. Nobody knows. Maybe she's the human energizer bunny, but I think it actually comes from her desire to be great.
The way we're really reviving it is through these wonderful snacks that we make ourselves at our pecan processing and candy plant in Rennes, Georgia. 4 delicious flavors. They're the best road trip snacks you will ever taste.
When I'm visiting the Stuckey plant and there, you know, I always see her having a huge level of respect for everyone who's there, whether they're, you know, directly on the leadership team or if they're on the factory line.
And I think the smartest decision I ever made was bringing on a business partner, R.G. Lamar Jr., who is now CEO.
I'm very content to spend all day looking at a spreadsheet and financial models. And I love squeezing the last 5 or 10% of efficiency out of a process or a system. And that's not Stephanie. Stephanie is great doing what I'm trying to do right now in front of a camera. She's great in front of an audience. She's great, you know, working a room unlike anybody I've ever seen. She's just an excellent evangelist for what we're trying to do.
Very few people know this about my mom, but she actually does. She eats the candy that she sells. She loves Stuckey's candy.
I love that my son said I love the candy because he sees me snacking all the time. But that's my favorite. I sincerely love the pecan log roll. I'll slice them up and I'll put a little sea salt on top of them and I eat them almost like pate, candy pate, if that's a thing.
We have our products in a lot of retail locations around the country. Grocery accounts like Food Lion and Ingles are anchors.
Hey there, I am in Moncks Corner, South Carolina, and you might see in the background I'm at Parker's Kitchens. We have our Stuckey's products in a handful of their locations in South Carolina and outside Savannah.
We have convenience stores like several pilots.
I've been blessed to have mentors throughout my career, and I've had several different careers. Like so many entrepreneurs, we do a lot of things. I started out as a public defender trying cases, and then I was a state representative, and my last career before taking on this wonderful Stuckey's adventure was being head of sustainability for the city of Atlanta. Throughout my career, I've had various people who have advised and guided me, and I think the continuing linkage between all of them is that they had the right mix of challenging me while also supporting me. So I hope I can bring that to the folks that I work with that are on our team, that we want to challenge you, but we also want to give you an atta-girl and atta-boy pat on the back when it's needed as well.
I was embraced and I was uplifted to be brought into this environment to hone my skills and to grow this business with the team. She's willing to take that risk on each and every one of us to make Stuckey's great?
We feel so welcome here, and people stop us all the time at Peggy's Diner and tell us how happy they are to have us as part of this community. Rob is, I guess, a graduate of Junior Achievement. I remember him coming up with a business plan. Whether you decide to go into business or not, these are life skills that Junior Achievement teaches kids, and it's so important. So I'm really grateful that this organization is around and that I'm a part of it. I would say I'm just beyond humbled and just stressed. It is not about me, it's about this team.
Stephanie deserves induction into the Business Hall of Fame because she embodies the spirit of a true business owner and operator. She mentors, she builds, she grows, she sows the seeds necessary to make a business and a community successful.
Yeah, I think Stephanie definitely deserves the induction into the Hall of Fame because of the vision that she's had. A lot of people may not have taken a chance.
Back on the highway again, a huge Stuckey's sign looms up on our left. We know we're about to cross the famous old Suwannee River. The first store was opened in 1939, 5 miles north of Eastman, Georgia.
Just off the highway, somewhere in the middle of the USA.
My grandfather built something amazing, and I grew up around that brand and seeing what a special experience he created for road trippers across America. And I hated to see what he had built, frankly, fall in such decline that it was on life support. So how often do you get the chance to bring back a nostalgic brand that's part of American history? Not that often. So I said yes.
Stephanie Stuckey is a laureate in the J.A. Augusta Business Hall of Fame.